Hello, everybody. Good to see everybody. So let's practice. We started, let's see, last week we did step back repulse monkey, I think. So today we're going to do diagonal flying. And so first we'll practice for the beginning, beginning of the form. Prepare. Opening. Grasping the bird's tail. Word off left. Word off right. Pull back. Press. Push. Single whip. Three hands. Step forward. White crane. Spreads wings. Left knee brush. And push. And strums salute. Left knee brush. And push. Right knee brush. And push.
Hi guys.
So,
You are welcome. You are welcome.
and push. Handstrom salute. Left knee brush. And push. Parry blocking punch. Parry closing up. Cross hands. Opposing tiger. Return to mountain. Go back. Press. Push. Fist under elbow. Step back. Repulse monkey. 2. 3. Okay. Jeff, can you turn your camera on?
Yeah, Mike. Sorry to be a little late.
That's okay. So we just, at the beginning, we're practicing, so, let me watch you guys do it, I'll call it from the beginning. And, watch you do it, and then we'll find something in the first section to practice. Okay, so start from prepare. Opening. Grasping the bird's tail. Word off left. Word off right. Roll back. Turn to your right, Mike. To your right, Mike. There you go. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Try to make a good bow stance to the straight direction. Straighter gale. And a diagonal gale. Raise hands and step forward. That's to empty stance to the 12 o'clock direction. 12 o'clock, starting position direction. White crane spreads wings. Left knee brush and push. Hand strum salute. Left knee brush and push. Right knee brush and push. Left knee brush and push. Hand strum salute. Left knee brush and push. Parry, block, and punch. A parry closing up. Cross hands. Brace the tiger. Return to mountain. Roll back. Press. Push. Fist under elbow. Good. Step back, repulse monkey. One. Two. Three. Okay. All right, stop. Do you have any questions or a movement in the first section that you want to see? We can
Return to
take,
the mountain.
okay, well, okay, that's the second section. So let's do the first section, something in the first section first, and then we'll do that. And then we'll do what we did last week, which is step back to pulse monkey. Let's see. Maybe we'll do handstrom salute. No, yeah, handstrom salute. So remember, the ending position is just the opposite of raise hands. Raise hands, ending position is like this. Okay. And handstrom salute is like this. Handstrom salute, left hand and leg forward. The arms, we'll just go over what the arms are again. If you put your arms out, like parallel to each other, shoulder width apart, I'll do it right here, okay. Then you turn them diagonally down a little bit. Then you curve them a little bit, including at the wrist, elbow and wrist a little bit bent. And then you turn your body to the right corner, okay. And then the arms come in to be in the center line, okay. So they're just bent a little, really. Here we say the back fingers point at the middle of the forearm, okay? And they're kind of across from your elbow. When you turn 45 degrees, that'll put your hand across from your elbow. So only one hand is in front, the other is, a forearm distance back. Okay, and the meaning of this one, just a review, is that you get them by the wrist and you come up under their elbow and you try to break it. Okay, that's split energy. So you try to hit their elbow, break it, tear their joint, and so that's the meaning of that one. The same meaning when we end up the other way, this way, and that's called raise hands, and that's just from the side, and you try to have their arm basically like this, and then you try to break their elbow. And here you want their elbow pointing down, and so you could break it. All right, so similar things that you're doing, just from a different angle to, whichever works. This one we do from the knee brush. And so you imagine it like this. They grab your wrist and they pull you. So you want to go forward and they pull usually like down. So forward and down, a little, all right? Just a little forward and down. And at the same time, you shift. So this is the yielding part. If they grab you, you don't go in here and try to like stop them now. I'm not going to let them pull me. You go and you let them pull you to where they're kind of done pulling, but you still have your balance and you've been adjusting. So you go forward, say yield usually there, and then you move your back foot to be more behind you. All right, one line, two sides. Then, now they're done pulling. Now you pull them. Okay, you pull them and you turn. You shift back and turn, and you use your. I would say don't go back too far. Lift your heel, your front heel, and get your left hand in front of your leg. Be from the side. Turn your body. Now it's in front of your leg, and then change to the heel and lift up and push down. Okay. The energy for this one, I would say, is we're making a circle. Basically, this is the energy. Okay, if you want to make just a circle, this is kind of what we're doing. This circle. Okay, and then we're gonna in that circle. We're going to be pulling them and then pushing down and on the wrist, grabbing the wrist, push down and lift up, hit the elbow. Okay, so this circle is basically what we want to turn into an attack. Okay, attacking their elbow. So from here, we yield forward and step in a little bit, shift back and turn and push down. We need it to be sort of continuous. Once you start moving, You don't want to be jerky. You want to make a smooth, keep moving and end up here and then have a little pause. Okay, again. You forward and down, step, shift back and turn and lift up and step and push down. So I would say that that's a good timing. You forward and step, shift back, pick up your heel, and then when your hands start going up and down, you're changing to the front heel, and then you need to put your weight back, 30% weight back. That's when you finish, okay? You finish lifting up and pushing down. Right? So your footwork has to be ahead of your hands a little bit. Right? Let's do it. I'll do it one more time and then I'll watch you do it. Yield forward, point your fingers forward, step, shift back and turn, and lifting up and step and finish. The wrist, okay, here would be shoulder, I would say, with shoulder height. Your hand's a little bit higher than shoulder height. Okay, I would say your energy point, where you're touching their elbow is your arm. Okay, not your hand. So that part we want to be shoulder height. That'll put your hand a little bit higher. Okay, so the ending position isn't like if I was going to strike, it's here. If I knee brush, and so the hand would be sort of there. It's going to be a little bit higher because this is the part that's going to be shoulder height. Okay. All right, let me see you do it. From the knee brush, I'll just say go. All right, then you do it. We're just reviewing. Left knee brush. So right hand, left foot forward, right hand forward. Left foot forward, right hand. There we go. Okay, go. Handstrings salute. And step again. Okay, again. Go. Okay, do it on your own. Just do it a few times. Just do it, then do it again and do it again. Okay. Have a good empty stance at the end. Okay. All right. Stop for a second. Okay. So here's a couple of things. When you go forward, it's easy just to extend your arm forward. All right. We want to go down too. So you're here, they grab your wrist, they pull down. So let it go down some and turn it. This is what we're going to turn it. Our body's turning. When we yield, we'll turn our hand to point to the left. Okay. Then it's ready basically to come back and come back up. See, that's how we have the energy. If you up and down, up, start making your circle from here. Circle up, and then your left hand, get it in place, and then they both circle, you know, the middle, the axle of the wheel. Okay. And then they only go, here would be level, basically, a little higher and a little bit lower. And then they finish in the center line. Okay.
Mike,
Yes.
can I ask you about the angle of your neck and your upper back?
Yeah.
I noticed I'm kind of bending over, I think, a little too much.
Okay. So there is for the empty stance, for our stances, even from here, white crane, it's hard to see. It isn't straight up and down. It is sitting and tilted a little bit forward. And so this one is also returned. This one is more square. Here, we're going to turn the corner, and this part is tilted forward. Okay, we have a tilt. Let me see what your tilt is. Okay, that's fine. Yes, it is our style isn't everything straight up and down. There's other styles and they are, okay, that's what they want. But our head, we do want our head, to imagine the top of your head being pulled up, okay? That you're pulled up from the top of your head. So from here, that means your body tilts, but your head is still, let's say, lifted, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
So that comes into play later when we have certain movements where, for instance, the knee lets you bottom, where you bend more, okay? You don't just you just don't do the arms. You also put some hip tilting in it, okay? That you're bent more. Your head cannot point straight up, but it's still being lifted, okay? Because it's easy to, it's another thing, I'll put it that way, other styles, not yang style, but other styles try to keep their neck and their back, so they would like do it like this, okay? And have it try to line it up with your back. They would even do the knee brush like that, and try to have it straight, but see, we want it to be like this. So it points up if you can do it, which mostly you can. There's a few places that you bend even more and then you can't. So then anyway, you just keep it as if you were doing the knee brush and everything just tilts, okay? But it's still lifted relative to your back. It's still being pulled up, okay? The very end, we have one where you end up going into a bow stance to the corner, but anyway, and then you go to this direction and you're tilted this way and you turn your head, but it's still not straight. It's still lifted, okay? It's still pulled up at the end. So even though you're not not looking in the direction of your footwork.
Thanks.
Okay, let me see you do it again. Go back and from the knee brush, do the handstrom salute. On your own, go. Remember, you have to pick up your left foot and put it back down. Pick up the heel first and then the ball. Okay, yeah, just remember. Pick up the heel first, then the ball, and then put down the heel. Okay, that's our preference usually. If you're gonna end on the heel, you pick up the heel first and then the toe last. Then you change from what's touching the ground from the toe to the heel. If you're gonna go the other way, from the heel to the toe, generally. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay, try, Gail, try at the end that your hands are not this direction. Try, they're still, you see, not the fingers down, that they still are pointed up. So here, remember they have this curve down and up. So at the end, yeah, your wrist is now that might not be how you really do it in real life. Maybe in real life you would be like this and you'd be like here and you'd be grabbing with one hand actually, probably, maybe. And so it would be more down. But part of the reason that some things still exist, like our style, maybe, is they weren't not too threatening. When you do it, it doesn't look like you're training for fighting or anything, right? So it partly is beautiful, and that gives people something to make it look beautiful. They could work on that and not be just interested. Actually, just not what it looks like. But if people that take Tai Chi, they're not actually usually interested in fighting, right? So they're not really doing it. And then how am I going to use this for real? They just want to make it beautiful. So it has a beautiful sort of component to it that's important. And again, the reason it's here and the reason it's popular. So we have to try to keep that. So a lot of the styles, they look very similar, even if they do something to get different to get there, but then the ending postures look more standard. Okay. Okay. All right, so that's so that one. Let's go on then. Everybody happy? Let's go on with that. We'll do embrace the tiger. Just the first part, Tia? Is that just the first part? All right. So here's how we do the first part. So we're going to count it. We count it like this. From cross hands, we shift right and turn our left foot to follow us. Make your body point to the straight direction. Your toe maybe not, doesn't have to go all the way straight. Then 2, you shift back and you open your arm at the same time. You leave your right hand behind and you shift back, and then you start to circle your arms like a knee brush, and then you step. You look to the left side to the straight direction. Then you step to near the corner. Then you put your foot down and you brush and push. So it ends up being a right knee brush. Okay. And it's the corner, remember. So if you can step more diagonally, don't end up doing it just like the right knee brush, which is do it the straight direction. It is diagonal. Okay. So when you step, that's maybe a little bit hard. Here's something I don't remember telling you. I'll do it this direction. Now when we turn, we would like to do this circle. It's not just circle and then pick up your foot and open your leg and step. We do want to do turn and shift back and bring your foot in and step out. Okay. So one of the rules, I think probably you were taught that rule though. If you're stepping very far from where your foot is, then you should bring it in and put it back out. Right? That has a real life meaning. The meaning is that basically there's somebody here. So you can't go, what you want to do is you want to step behind them and then knock them over your leg. Okay. Basically kind of trap their feet a little bit. And when you're hitting them, they can't take a step back because you block them. Right? The knee brush is similar to that. The knee brush is similar. You're stepping on the outside. Their right foot is here. You're stepping so that they can't easily move their right foot. Okay, you kind of want to block them. Anyway, so, well, this is a knee brush, so it has that in it. So be careful here. Don't turn and then just open your foot and step. Okay, if it's going to step very far, we bring it in and put it out. All right, so let me see you do that. Just do it a few times on your own. Go. Okay, remember the brushing part. The right hand brushes out. Okay, stop. All right, so this is something just to go back to the knee brush. After we've done the left knee brush, we're like this. We're going to shift back and lift up our hand. That's 1. Shift back a little bit, lift up your head halfway. Turn and rotate your left palm up and bring your right hand to the center. They're both more in the center line. Then when you bend your left knee, your right hand is not going to do this. Watch. It's not just going to head over to the side. It's going to do deflecting in front of your face, basically. So from here, it's going to bend your elbow. It's going to go up and down. So if I do it from this side here, you can see it better. So here, all right, up and down, and then brush, and then push. Okay, so you need to have those same pieces in there. So that's the reason that we leave our right hand behind. First of all, when we cross hands, it's not at the wrist, it's at the arm. Okay, so closer to the middle of your forearm. And it's not a 90-degree angle, it's a little bit flatter, but still it's not on the wrist. Okay, so when we turn, we're like this. We're going to leave our hand behind So now there's some room that the left hand can go down, but the right hand goes up and down, then down and up, brush, push. Okay. So we make room to do the knee brush in, and then we do closer to the right knee brush.
The right hand goes down. So from when you're separating, the right hand sweeps down or sweeps
Right
up?
hand, no, the right hand goes up.
Up, okay.
The left hand goes down. The right hand goes up.
They separate, got it.
That's
Okay.
right. Separate and come back together. That's right. So the top of a circle, the bottom of a circle.
Yep.
They
Okay.
don't separate that. They don't separate that far.
No,
They
I know, I'm
separate-
just, from my head, I'm
Okay.
thinking they go in
Yeah.
opposite direction.
That's right. That's right. Knee brushes up and down.
Good.
All right. So let me see you do it again. All right. On your own, go. Good. That's better. Okay. Just like take the right knee brush and make it very similar to the right knee brush in the sequence, left and right knee brush. Protect your face. Protect your face, Gail. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mike, in that case, your wrist is going to turn up and then down, right? If you're going up and then down for the brush knee.
No, what it's gonna, I'll show you here. You're gonna turn, then you're going to shift back and your arm will open. Your palm will be more going palm up, actually.
Okay.
And
But then to
then,
get,
then up and down. Up and down. Just like the knee brush. So the knee brush is like this. You go back and turn. And then we don't turn it palm up, but it does go up and down. So,
yeah, okay.
so here, when you open it, it's already sort of palm up. So just basically come up. What's in front of your face, it needs to be basically palm to the side.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Thank you.
so you don't have to do, yeah, I would say you don't do very much. You just open and then from there you swing it up and down. Don't have to do an extra turn. Don't add a turn. The feeling is something like this. It's like a hamburger machine, you know, like in the cartoons, you know, the hamburger's going down the thing, and then you have these hands like in a machine with gloves on them, and then like they're going, they're going. You put the patty on this, it goes, and puts it on the hamburger, and it goes to the next one, it goes lettuce, you know, it's like, So that's kind of what it's like from palm up to palm down. It's also, though, you could think of it being sort of like a windshield wiper, just kind of, you know. So you don't change the hand very much. It's not rotating when it does it. It's basically set, and then you just swing it, and it's making a circle around your elbow. Yeah, like that. So that's the circle for the upper hand, just from the elbow, okay? And the left hand is making a big arc, a shoulder circle, okay? Yes, okay, good. That's good. Yeah, so whatever makes you remember, the windshield wiper is pretty good because there's your face, okay? And the windshield wiper, you know, clearing your face. Okay. Remember, if you just go like this, it's something going to punch you in the face, and you just go from here and go, then you're just not protected at all. They just hit you in the face. And I don't think I tell you the story, but I'm allergic to that because when I did karate, they were supposed to, in a test I had to take, they were going to attack me to my face, to my chest. And so I went like this, and they hit me in the face because they didn't do the instructions. So I would have blocked them if they did what I thought they were going to do, what they were supposed to do. And I took, I think 2 tests maybe only in the 3 years. And both times they went to hit me in the face instead of in the chest. Or not the chest, but it's the solar plexus. And but the second time I had learned something from my 2 or 3 years, and that was and probably 2 years to get out of the way. So no matter where they were punching, I was already like moved from the side out of my center line, and they missed me, and I didn't have to necessarily block it, but protect your face, right? You don't. So we do both. If they're coming for here, we're deflecting there. This is both of them deflecting, okay, whichever way they do it. And the deflecting is turning into getting ready to grab them and pull them out, or to from the side do a strike. Okay, so we practice the whole thing, and we don't just focus on this one is protect your face movement. This one is protect your body movement. We practice both at the same time. So that's what karate needs. Karate has a block punch. It only one thing was deflecting, not both. So either you're blocking down or you're blocking up, for instance, but not doing both. See, so that's why Chinese better. Anyway, all right. Any questions on this? Okay, so let's review. Let's review then step back repulse monkey. I'll do this direction. We're from fist under elbow. Then the arms are very similar to the knee brushes. We shift back, we circle, we turn our palm up, we lift up our right hand and step back. Then we put our heel down and bend it in, and then we shift back, we pull to our hip, we push out, we strike out. And we end up in an empty stance with the heel. Okay, so again, I'll show it. One, we circle down our right hand and open it. We turn our left palm up and we shift back, and you can see it from the toe going up. Okay, we've shifted our weight over our left foot. Then your hand goes up, and that's when you step. You touch the ground when your hand is all the way up. You put your heel down with bending your elbow. Put your hand in front of your shoulder. Keep your left hand in front the whole time. And then, that's 3. 4, you shift back and turn the left. With the turning, you're striking and you're pulling to your hip. So shifting back works for that, and straighten your front foot. But can you see, keep it low. It's just, the ball is not touching the ground, but it's almost touching the ground. It's just off the ground. But this is too far. I don't know if you can see it easily. This is too far. We don't go back this far. That's one, okay, to shift from here to here. So we're keeping our weight forward. We only go to the 30%. We go right into the empty stance with 30% weight. We don't go back and take the weight off. That's too far back. So we shift back, but we still have our 30% in the front, right? Now, when we step, we've done that stepping, right? So for like handstrom salute, we picked up our foot and put it back down and then added 30% weight, okay? And that shows, well, you're shifting a little bit and your foot flattens. It doesn't go all the way onto the ground, but it goes down. So we never, for this movement, we're not stepping. So we don't want to we're not picking up our foot in the front and then put it back down, or going even that far back. We just don't go there, okay? So the footwork is to go from here, 30% in the front, then nothing in the front, then touch the toe, then put the heel down, and then shift back and uproot the front of your foot, and with body turning, turn it to point forward, keep 30%. So we always have at least 30% in the front. And then the first part of the next one is to take the weight off the front, okay, with shifting more, okay? Can I see you do it then? Is that enough of a review of it? let me see you do it, and then I'll see what to review. From fist under elbow start. Yes, left foot forward, left hand up. Okay. On your own, go. Circle, step, push and pull, strike and pull. 2, circle and step, strike and pull to your hip. Pull. 3, circle, turn your palm up, step back, strike and shift back. Okay. Okay, so the timing is like this again. From here, 1 is turn your palm up and here, circle down. Okay. If you're already in empty stance, like the third one, well, from the first one to the second one, your hand is curved here. I'll do it this way. 1 is circle down from here. Okay, from here, you need to go down more. It's up more. But here, you open your elbow, circle down. So we'll do it from here. Circle your right hand down, your left palm up, pick up your toe. Then your hand comes up, 2, and you step back. 3, put your heel down and bend your elbow. The left hand is not doing anything after turned up. And then 4, strike and pull. You pull with the turning and shifting back to your hip. Okay, and then the other hand strikes out. All right, so let's try it again. So from here. 1, palm up and circle down your right hand. Lift your toe. 2, step back and lift up your hand, right hand. 3, put your heel down and bend in your elbow, your hand in front of your shoulder. 4, hold your hip, strike out. Okay, let me see you do it. Okay. 1, left palm up, circle down your right hand. 2, step and circle up your right hand. 3, bend your elbow and put your heel down. 4, strike out and shift back and pull to your hip. Okay. Can you do the next one then from there? 1 is circle down your bottom hand and turn your front palm up. 2 is step and lift up your hand. Good. 3, get it in front of your shoulder and put your heel down. And then when your heel touches, it's like a trigger. Then you strike out and you shift back and you pull. I want you to feel when you shift back, that's like pulling, okay? The shifting and the turning is for the pulling. And at the same time, you strike out, but 2 things are going on. 1 is good for pulling. The shifting back is good for pulling. And the shifting back doesn't hurt the striking that much, I guess. So, but pulling. So be careful and don't just put it there, but show how the body turning and the shifting is pulling down.
So Mike, I'm wanting to, when I'm stepping, I'm
Yeah.
wanting to bring the hand up at the same time. Is that not so? Do you step first,
Yes.
and then the hand?
No, they go together.
They do. Okay.
Now, I counted 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could do it in a simpler count. It's basically you need to circle your arm and get it in front of your shoulder. So circle and step. And at this point, actually, in front of your shoulder,
Okay.
your heel should be down.
Okay.
So you could put 1, 2, and 3 all together. Okay, and then 4 is a strike. So you don't, but if you, that will coordinate your stepping. When your arm is swinging down, well, at the beginning, you need to turn your palm up and get your weight off the front. So that's 1, that's why it's separate. That's why I separated. And then when your arm is moving, because so from here, there's not much moving. When you're lifting your elbow more, okay, I guess, then your leg is also moving, okay? And just go to the side, remember, not to the corner, that's too far, just to the side. And then once you touch with your toe, you're ready to put it down, your hand just keeps moving, it doesn't stop. So it comes in, and then when it's in front of your shoulder, that's when you touch the floor, boom, strike out. So you have to put it all together. I like the 4 count because it makes your palm turn up. That's when your palm turns up, okay? Not on the way, not while it's moving around. Not while it's like coming towards your, while you're pulling. This shows the grabbing. You can't pull them until you grab them. All right, so you do it. Just do all 3. Okay, go. Okay. Okay. We need to go on, but I'll just say that this is good. Circle, step, strike, circle, step, strike, circle, step, strike. That's when you do it, that's kind of the feeling. Just start your arm circling, and when you start circling, you turn your palm up, and in there you need to step, and then when you touch the ground, you should be pretty ready to strike out. Okay, so play with it and try to make it continuous, right? That's the danger of when we teach it in snapshots, then you always have snapshots in there and pausing in there. So we do need just to make a big circle and strike, the same as a knee brush. There's no stopping here, even though we say up, get to this point and then get to that point. So it's very much like the knee brush. Okay, all right, so we'll go on, because otherwise we're going to be out of time. We're running a little bit late, so sorry. Yeah, you can remind me if you have a clock around. I'd like to give about 20 minutes for the new movement. Okay, so if I've only got 13, so I'll show you what it is. Then so from the third step back repulse monkey, we do something called diagonal flying. We circle our arms closed, and at the same time, we're turning to the right, and you step towards the back corner, put your foot down and point at the corner, and then that's when your arms are closed when you touch the ground, and then swing your left arm out and point at the back corner. Close your back foot to point straight. Okay, so this is a striking move, another split energy. They come at you, you get you grab their arm with your right hand, you transfer it to the left hand, and then you take a step so you can move, and then you, bam, hit them with your forearm into their chest, say. Okay, so it's a striking movement, not a pushing movement, but it's going to look the same. We have 2 of them, and for our style, the other one's called Wild Horse Parts Main, or Party Wild Horses Main, and it also looks like that, but then they look the same for us. Other styles, this one looks like this, and the Wild Horse Parts Main looks like this. They have it more bent. They don't open it all the way, but for our style, they both actually kind of look identical in posture, really. Okay, and we do them basically the same way. Okay, we don't do one faster or anything. They're the same in doing it. All right, so the hard part really is the footwork, and so I will try to show you the footwork. We go from an empty stance this direction to bow stance to the back corner, the right corner, back corner. Okay, so I would like you to do it like this. Start with your arms here. Here's how you're doing it. You're like this. I want you to open your arms and keep your body where it was. And then I want you to start turning. And I want you to see your front foot turning, and turning your hip is going to be what takes the weight off the front foot. Okay. Your hip's going to turn, it's going to start to peel your foot off. So your toe is, you're close to the ground, the ball of your foot, turning, pick up your toe. Keep turning, bring your foot in, don't stand up, bring your foot in, I'll touch though here, just because. And then step out. When you step out, you can touch with the heel first. Keep turning, put your foot down, point at the corner. Then start shifting, shift, and keep turning, and turn your back foot to point to straight. Okay? Can you do that? I'll do it this direction so I can stay in the camera. So you start turning, pick up your toe, pick up your foot, step with the turning, put it down, point at the corner, keep turning, point your toes straight. Okay? That's the footwork. The footwork needs your body to turn. Okay? So you're in your body, your hips. Okay, so we're going to do the footwork and have the body turning. When we go to add the arms, we need to keep the body turning. Otherwise, the stepping, I'll just say this is a little bit difficult at the beginning. So maybe we will not focus too much on it. That's how you do it. Another way you could do it is from here. You could turn some, close your arms, and step kind of like step back repulse monkey, but instead of the toe with the ball, the heel. Okay, step with the heel, and then turn. When your heel's on the ground, you could open it and then go into it. Okay, then the stepping is something we kind of know already, but that's not the best. That's not the best way to do it. Okay, so we want to do the other one, but at the beginning it might be hard. So can you do it? Let me see you do it. Let me see you try to do the stepping. So from here, with your arms open, start to turn. Don't stand up. Keep turning. Step. Boom. Okay, all the way. So one smooth turn to the right, and have your feet, go with it.
Yeah.
Turning to the right, though, Mike.
Oh,
Turn to the right. Turn to the right. Turn to the right. Okay, that's the footwork. Okay. If you want to approximate what I just did, then like I did before, because I'm going to do it very slowly, it's hard to do. Start turning, and about here, my body about square, I could pick my foot up and put it, touch the floor with it, okay? Then I could keep turning some, and then I could step out with it, hopefully, and put my heel down, and then put it down however it points. Try to put it down and point it towards the corner or something. And then turn your body to align to make a good bow stance. So see if you can do that. So touch in the middle. Don't just, it is better to bring your foot in and step out with it, but that might be hard. I know it is hard. I feel sorry. I feel sorry for you guys, okay? This is the hardest. This is the hardest stepping. When you touch the ground, and you put your foot down, your feet are 180 degrees pointed opposite directions. Okay, that will be kind of unstable feeling. How you get through it is you keep your weight. You have to keep your weight on the left foot till your foot is down. Then you smoothly shift onto it. Okay, go through the double weight point, and don't try to go too slow through there. But if you smoothly go through it, then you'll have balance. Let's look at another way to do it. Okay, that's making it and making it to the right angle. But I'll say when I learned it, my teacher didn't make us go to that angle. We just went more like a little bit towards the corner, okay? So look how easy that one is. So from here, step, kind of open somehow, okay? Open, even almost straight, but open a little bit. And then we just did it there, right? It was kind of easy. So what I would recommend maybe is that you do that, just step to the side. What would that be like? Just step to the straight direction, just be like that. Okay, it's kind of like embrace the tiger one, okay, kind of. So kind of the embracing the tiger stepping, okay. So I would say you could start off with that. And then over time, you could work on making it bigger. Because we would like in the end, look, just to be a little bit more open and make it straight to the corner, okay? But the embracing the tiger here, see, you bring your foot in and step. It's very similar to that. Only your left foot isn't open as much when you do it. Because you turn, what do? You turn your foot first, see? Then you did it. So there's another way you could do it. So from here, you could, well, is it easy? You could go here and you could touch, and then you could turn your left foot, and then you could step. Okay, I think that's Nancy when she teaches this movement, that's her favorite accommodation. Okay, or favorite of her students, okay? Most of Nancy's students, most of my students actually, that I teach at senior center, they're over 80 years old. So they're not big proponents, and neither am I, of here, let's do this very hard thing and see if you can not fall down. Okay, so to make it more, so from here, to make it more like embrace the tiger kind of stepping. You can touch and then move your left foot and then go on. Okay, you obviously cannot, when you're like this, you cannot move your left foot, right? So you need to bring your foot here, then you could move it, and then you could step, and then you could finish moving it if you want. So any of those things, the very simplest one is just to bring, you can touch even and bring it to the side some, and just work your way over time to get to the back corner. Okay. All right, so let's look at the hands because we need the hands to go with it. So the way we really do it, we don't have our arms sticking out, but the arm sticking out helps you to get your body turning, okay? So to do it, to step that big, you need to turn your body a lot. At the beginning, we don't know how to do that very well. So we're gonna do it like this. The hands are gonna go like this. We're gonna just open and close our arms. We're open and close. We know how to do that. Open and close, and you're turning. And then here, for instance, step, open. Okay, once you step, then swing your arm to point in the direction of your bow stance. Just swing it and the other arm goes down. Okay. So the arms are very simple. Circle it close, get the right arm on the bottom. Go in your bow stance, open your right arm. Okay. Try that again. I'll do it facing you. Circle, close, step. Usually remember when you close your arms, that's when you touch the floor. Then go in your bow stance and open your arm. Just swing it. Okay.
And Mike, what is it, 60, 40, 70, 30? So the weight's on the back, which is your right leg as you're coming through. When you turn, more of your weight's on the right side.
Yes, at the end it's a bow stance, so it's 60%
Okay.
on the front. Yes, it's just a regular bow stance.
Okay.
Can you put it together? Do you think? Let's try. Okay, I'm gonna do the accommodation for you. Circle, touch, step, open. Okay, and your footwork can be jerky. You can bring your foot in, you can step out a little faster. I want you to not worry too much about, that's the hard part, is the footwork, right? So if you want to get that footwork, you have to work out at it. So circle, but the key is to keep turning. Step, open. Circle, close, step, open. And I want you to, when you close your arms, it'll be like this. This is how we close our arms, right? Open, practice before, open and close.
Oh.
And then I want you to swing it from here. Swing it out. Don't bring it up.
Oh,
Just turning, just swing it.
okay.
So kind of like, throwing a frisbee. That's not the way. I don't think that's the right way to throw a frisbee, actually, but it feels like you could throw a frisbee like that. Okay. So just turn, throw the frisbee. Okay. So hands are kind of easy, I think. You can pick a footwork that you feel comfortable with. The one that you've done before, I will say, step back, repulse monkey. If you did that, circle and step back on your heel and then turn and open your toe. Okay, that's the simplest thing, maybe the simplest way, because you've been stepping similar to that. Just, the last movement. And that puts your feet in about the right place. Okay. You're muted?
Me?
At the end, are you leaning forward with that arms?
Yeah, so here I'll show from the side. At the end, you're like this. Okay. It's the same as this, but it's like this. You don't need more.
Okay.
So it's the same as it's the same as all these other ones. Your back leg and your back are in one line.
Okay.
That's the standard one. We have other ones I mentioned, like punching down, and then here it'd be more. You bend over from there a little bit. Okay, a little. But this is a couple of those, like 3 of those, I think. So this is a standard bow stance, and the body's standard.
Okay.
Okay, I got almost 5 minutes over. Let's try to put it from here, from fist under elbow. We'll practice it. Okay, a couple times. Okay, step back or plus monkey. 1, circle and step, strike and pull. 2, circle and step, strike and pull. 3, circle and step, and we're starting to step back 1 line, 2 sides, if you can. Then diagonal flying. Circle, close your arms, right hand on the bottom, and step. Open. Point at the corner, near the corner. When you do it, say that your footwork is not to the corner. Say I told you one of the ways you can step almost straight. Don't point your arm in the corner, okay? Your arm points in the same direction as your leg, wherever that is. If it's to the side, it's here. If you make it bigger, it's there, okay? That's the right shape. Okay, do it again. Step back and pulse monkey. 1, 2, 3,
4.
diagonal flying.
Yep.
Chinese, I don't speak Chinese. I wonder why it's called diagonal flying. A lot of things they call diagonal, or sometimes they call cross. That just means you're stepping to the diagonal. It doesn't mean, and then maybe the flying thing is the frisbee, maybe, so they have, their words are not as well defined maybe as English. So this could be, it could just be send something flying. That's probably what it means. And that you step to the diagonal. We'll probably, that's be the end. I think we're gonna end, but like for instance, the real name for this one, the knee brush, is called basically brush knee twist step. Twist step. And so when I found out that was the name, it's not called knee brush and push. It's just called knee brush twist step. What does that mean? It just means that it's reverse strike. Your right hand comes out instead of your left hand. So that's the name of it. It's just that not that you're twisting or that you're stepping. I mean, really, we'd be stepping kind of to the side of somebody. I told you to trap their leg. It just has to do with, it's a reverse punch, basically, a reverse strike. And that's what twist step means. It doesn't, so it's part of the name. It's not in the English translation, right? We don't say the footwork. We just say it's a bow stance, actually. But
So Mike,
yes.
do we end up at about 1:30?
Yes.
Okay,
At the end is bow stance to 130 and point your arm for 130 and look to 130. Okay. And I would say, I would left this out then. When you close your arms, you basically could look and just kind of, I would say you're turning your body at the time, but I would say this is grabbing, and then your eyes could look, don't tilt your head. And then you're putting in this hand. So then look at your left hand and then turn, and then just basically follow from here, your right hand direction. I might say, I think actually the way we usually say it is that you follow the right hand and then you look down and you follow the right hand all the way. Okay, but okay, so, and that turns out to be, if you do that, when you have a weapon, we have this movement in the weapons. So like you do something and then you go like, you're like this, and then you go like this, and then you want to kind of follow the weapon. You kind of want to look in the direction of the weapon all the time. So because you have a weapon, the tip is down here, you'd be looking down, right? And then you'd be looking up. We don't want to tilt our head, but our eyes can look down, right? So if we practice it that way, then you're set up. That's the way you do it when you have the weapon. Then you have to do it differently. Just do it that way, okay? But if I tell you the hands, then you follow this hand, then follow this hand, then it's going to be different than the weapon. So close your arms, look to the back corner, basically, to your right hand direction, and then follow your right hand. So just follow your right hand around, okay? But don't tilt your head down. Don't look down. Don't tilt your head. Keep your head up, but your eyes can look down. Okay. All right, so we'll stop here. I apologize for going over. I started like late to get into the new movement. But I don't like to do this. I hope it's okay with everybody. You let me know. You don't have to tell me in front of everybody, but I don't like to just teach you half of the movement and then do the other half next week. Okay, I don't like to do that. All right, so we'll stop here. You can practice a little bit more on your own right after class, and then practice tomorrow, and then hopefully, you'll remember it. All right, thanks very much. See you guys. Have a good week.